International Airport of Binga, a county of Mongala, one of the towns in the northwestern side of the Democratic Republic of Congo. In this town called Equator Baking Time, the misery is alarming. According to the Belgian Development Agency, 80% of people are living below the poverty line. The misery could be noticed out here in Binga, where over 66,000 people live deep in the bush without clean water and no electricity. Life is so tough in this town, even the kids are struggling to have some nice clothes and shoes for school. Most of them are using plastic bags to keep their copybooks safe. Only those who work in the oil palm plantations are living the kind of good life in the community. That activity is so important for the survival of this country, whose economy depends on oil palm production. But the poverty is not the only challenge Binga is facing. Beside misery, there is another problem: teenage pregnancy. According to the civil society, every year 3 out of 5 pregnant women are between 13 and 17 years old. To avoid being kicked out of the family home, some of these pregnant teenagers try to abort, usually in the bad condition that could put their life in danger. To understand how serious the situation is, we decide to visit Binga General Hospital. This is where most of the pregnant teenagers who decide to keep the baby come for quality medical care at the lowest cost. In the corridor of this hospital maternity ward, there are some pregnant teenagers. Georgette is one of them. She's only 17 years old and she's about to give birth in a couple of days.
Botango memaki zemiler baboti na yo bayebi ki oza na zemi. Reaction na bango epa na yo ezalaki nini?
Basilizaki makasi.
Silekaki, Bon, komi epa mobali ndenge nini?
Babinanaki ekunaki ekobota bango nzongo.
Seke bango moko nde balobi na yo okende epa mobali na ndenge moko neti ya kobengana bo? Okenda kuna soki oboti bongo ozonga?
Georgette is not the only one. In this room, this teenager is 17 years old too. She delivered a dead baby last night.
Parce qu'elle a été mal surveillée dans le centre de santé, maintenant, comme elle a accueilli, on a fait tous les paramètres de l'accouchement. On a conçu qu'elle a un BCF négatif, donc le battement du cœur n'était pas là. C'était un travail d'accouchement mort-né. Elle a évolué jusqu'à ce qu'elle a accouché, un mort-né du sexe masculin qui avait pesé au moins 3500 grammes. Maintenant, nous l'observons pendant au moins 3 jours. Pour prendre sa prise en charge et elle va sortir après 3 jours de l'hôpital.
She got to the hospital in a critical condition and her life has been saved thanks to the hospital personnel. In the other bed, there is Angèle. She's 15 years old and has had complications that have led to abortion.
Panga moko izibete nazunga pa biso na tanga mais papa na ngandi zibungu te.
Papa de azoboya. Azoboya na ndenge akanda ndenge memeze. Seki asiki kile o memeze ne. Ezale ti abengani yo.
Abengani pinga te ya bibete ya tangi sesunga te mengana ya na tanga na va pete.
These pregnancies could make sexual assault cases, according to the DRC law that prohibit any kind of intimate relationship with teenagers. If found guilty, a man who gets a teenager pregnant could be sentenced from 7 to 20 years beyond the bars. But most of parents don't file lawsuit after their daughters get pregnant. And that's what makes the problem persist despite the law, according to Pierre-Paul Boulenda, physician manager at Binga General Hospital.
Il y a des femmes de moins de 20 ans qui accouchent, nombreuses moins de 20 ans qui accouchent. D'ailleurs, on peut considérer que ce sont des cas de viol, mais bon, même ici, on peut considérer que ce sont des cas de viol, mais comme le système accepte, et les parents acceptent aussi, ils accouchent.
Quand on dit que les systèmes acceptent, c'est-à-dire qu'il n'y a pas des mesures judiciaires pour les présumés violeurs ou comment?
Des présumés violeurs, dans des cas de viol, il y a un système mise en place, c'est-à-dire il y a la police qui peut intervenir si les parents se plaignent. Mais quand ce sont les filles qui sont engrossées, bon, parfois il y a des parents qui ne se plaignent pas, qui acceptent que c'est... qui acceptent et ça passe.
Because of that situation, the community has normalized the hospital. Besides providing medical care, is trying at the same time to figure out different ways that could fix the problem. One of them is the awareness campaign based on the essence of talking about sexuality with kids. This is what Bienvenue Mulangi is doing every week. She's a nurse at the Binga hospital.
biso nyonso ndenge toza baboti te toza baparent toyeba kobatela bana na biso et surtout bana basi mwana mwasi aza na valeur atanga classe ntango tozomona mwana ya 15 ans mwana ya 14 ans mwana ya 16 ans aboti ezosala motema pasi po aboti aza mwana muke amemize me aza mwana muke eza penza eloko malamu te esenge tosunga bana na biso na ba conseil et surtout bana basi pe bana mibali soki bana bayebi ke komema zemi tango naza muke eza penza eloko malamu te akoyeba kobatela pe kopesa pe bana mibali conseil azana no mwana azotanga ndenge nini ya ko se permettre akenda komemisa mwana zemi ozomona ke mwana oya mobali azana na 18 ans azana na 17 ans asilisi na no classe te amemeli ope charge ya komema zemi naloba mingi pa bana basi amemi zemi aza mwana muke tango azokola azozwa chance ya libala te azoloba baloka ye baloki ete elakeli mabe na ye zakaka mwana oyo ya memi omona ke mobali akoloba kenda kobala ete po ase abota donc esenge to ede bana na biso kopesa bango conseil ya vie na ndenge ke bakenda kokoma ndenge nini bakenda komema zemi te.
Even Mukombo is convinced that teaching kids values could help to fight teenage pregnancy. Mukombo has been working as a driver for about 30 years, and he's proud to show his daughters who are growing without getting pregnant in the streets.
Surtout le problème d'encadrement. Il voulait que les filles, les autres soient têtues, elles ne tombent pas les parents, c'est comme ça qu'elles tombent dans ces trous-là. Parce qu'à l'école, il y a l'éducation partout. Comme chez nous à la maison, à l'école aussi, il y a l'éducation à l'école.
As Mukombo, a lot of parents as well are dreaming to see their daughters having kids after they get married. Even though the fight against teenage pregnancy didn't come to an end yet.